Hey, welcome back to FallingFalling, where I let it run for a bit, like maybe an hour, while I was just off doing other things. Getting, not really at the moment, getting occasionally an egg. I guess the chicken is, no, it's where it should be. Well, I've got a plan for that sort. I've got like 9, which should be pretty close to enough to guarantee getting one if I throw them. This thing is, it's not working, but it's really slow. And it's not real precise occasionally. I've had a couple land outside the pickup zone. And then I've got the villagers here who are not. I've got the fisherman one, weirdly enough, because there's a barrel, but this isn't making librarians happen. And I think it's probably just somehow it's up one too many thing. We'll figure it out. I have a loose plan. I haven't entirely worked out what I want to do. I think one thing I want to do, because I have a hopper handy, is let's pick a spot. I don't really care that much as long as I don't fall in. Well, I can put a cover over it. Let's just set this up about here. Just I'll put it this way in case I want to expand it out a bit. Actually, where the hell am I? 3, 3. Is that 0? Okay, because I'm thinking towards something. I don't want to make a mistake on this. Throw that there. Let go of this. Give me the eggs, I guess. Have a quick look at that. What happened to this stuff? I don't care. Let's see if I can just fling enough eggs to get a chicken to happen. Apparently not really. Well, it's in one last chance. There we go. Perfect. Alright. So that'll grow up, start laying eggs. The eggs won't necessarily go in there. And we'll have, at some point, like 300... Well, no, we'll have, 80 eggs. Because they only stack to 16, so... That'll be something. What I'm thinking with these guys... I could build a village. By which I mean, what I could do is... If that's 0, it doesn't have to be, I'm just thinking. So there's 1, is the bed, and there's actually 2. What if I just dug out a... Okay, let me lose this. We know from putting in the hopper that underneath that is going to be bedrock. Which, on the one bright side, nothing is going to ever spawn on that. Not monsters, not iron guys, nothing. I don't think iron guys can spawn. I'm pretty sure they can't. So if we dug down, if we picked a spot starting from 0 and going, toward like 40 squared. Well, one would be 40 squared, the other would be negative 40. Go in a couple, in fact, because I don't need, the way I do villages, I don't need one on the out. This would have been, before 114, this would have been, in fact, a torch, but this would have been a door. That would have been a door, and then that would be a wall that prevented stuff from escaping, which I'm going to need. In fact, so let's factor for that. That actually puts... Okay, first of all, let me lose that. Let me have some dirt. Let's just make sure we don't get anything wrong here. They can't go... I put up a fence, so that's not going to happen. There's another door somewhere. Isn't there? Yeah, right there. So they're not going anywhere that I don't let them go. Which itself is going to be a bit of a... Because I do... Well, no, that's all... Okay, yeah, we'll be okay, I think. Let me get rid of that. If we start... Is that 2? What am I looking at? That's 2 by 2. Is technically a wall. If I do this the way I want to do it. It's like coming along at all 17 still. Yeah, it's just slow. I gotta do something about it. So if I... if I had... It's gravel. I don't know if I want to use gravel. I want to use? Something that isn't easily picked up by like an Enderman. Shouldn't be a big deal, but whatever. If we're starting at 0, go to 1, go to 2 is a wall. Which I'm thinking, let's just fill that in. 2 is a wall. So 3 is the actual village, right? So let's start by assuming that and go in there and dig down to bedrock. So this being 3, that being a wall beyond which is not the village. I think I can make sense out of this, and then I can't see around them, but the point is, I think if I go this way to what must be 37, right? I don't know if my pickaxe is going to hold out for all this either. I'm going to have to, at some point, get out and, or make it. It doesn't have to be a diamond, in fact. It could be. Do I have sticks on me? Okay, let's just. Oh, I can't get cobblestone. I'm not anywhere near it. Do I have any? I have 6. That works. Let me just make a pickaxe I don't care about. I don't entirely care about that one, but just because it's more useful in more areas, I might as well not use it up. At least on this, this stuff you can almost just punch to death if you have the time. 20. This will be 25. And in theory, they could be following me. I don't think they are. But it's something to consider, I guess. So if I get to, I think 37, and then hang up left, that should be that should be the size of the village I want. On one side. I mean, it's going to be a big square. 36 and 37. 38 is a wall, and then 39 and 40 don't count. So, go this way to 37. And, of course, the downside to the damn cobblestone pickaxe is that it's slow, so that's just sort of too bad. I think the way to do whatever the hell I'm doing is I want to dig out the village as a shape. Possibly entirely. I haven't really... I mean, it's sort of a waste of a pickaxe, but at the same time, it gives me more control over it. I guess I'll see what I think at the time and what I have left. There's no way I'm going to get more cobblestone doing what I'm doing. This is all useless ites, which is why I don't like ites. They're just... If I want them, I think I can make them all. I think you can craft them out of other blocks that are useful. I don't think... There's 3 of them. There's granite, andesite, and diorite, yeah. I think they can all be, constructed at some point. Which means that when they just exist at me like this, it's kind of a hassle. I'm going to have to go back to the diamond one. Well, I can make one more. I got enough cobblestone to make a final one more pickaxe. Doesn't mean that's how I want it to work. But it's what I have, yeah, okay. So give me a pickaxe again. And when, not if, that gets used up, I'll probably have to, go back to the diamond one, and at some point I'll get out of this thing and we'll make one out of iron or something that'll work a lot better. Well, I mean, it won't work a lot better, but I don't care as much as it... Iron, for one thing, in constructing this, if it works the way I want it to, then I don't know if that's going to be the case. I'll get infinite iron. They'll produce iron guys for me. But also I can just go outside and find it. It's not that hard, and cook it. Cooking it is actually the hardest thing for me because I keep not really finding... It's not that I don't find it, it's that I forget about it, I guess is the problem. I keep not having anything that's a fuel source, which is hilarious because I've got every fuel source there is. I've got wood, obviously. I've got coal. That's 4, so we're turning again. And then I've got bamboo I've got lava. If I wanted, I can go get more or less infinite lava, I think. It's a fairly... The only thing I don't just have on hand right now is blaze rods that would be useful as a fuel, so... It's really stupid that I'm not doing well with cooking things, because just half of the map is fuel. And yet... I think, you know, like what I'm going to use as an excuse is that this thing is somewhere between Skyblock, where the only fuel you're going to have is charcoal that you burn from wood, from logs. It's halfway between that and a map where there's lots of coal and stuff, but it's not all in clumps, so I never get a lot of coal all at once. It doesn't occur to me to look for it. I do have a bit, but also it's a commodity. It's fungible. I can turn it in for emeralds with various villagers once they have jobs. Let me lose this for a minute. Let me think about how this is going to happen, because I got to get out of here for reasons. I guess at this point there's not a lot of harm. I mean, if they do fall out of this thing, I can get them. You know, just give me oh, neat. What the hell? Give me lose that, because again, this is stuff I don't... Actually, I really don't care about that. Fine. Let me, this won't drown anyone, I don't think. I'm not just going to be long enough. Stay. Good. That works. Put this back where I want it to be. Egg, can really just kind of go in there. That'll be our starter for that. I do have diamonds. It's not like if I run out of this thing, I'm going to die. I can make more, and once I have a village that's operational, I can buy the damn things, I would think. So I guess I'm not that worried. I'll just make another, if I'm going to bother making something, I might as well make one of these, because it's going to be the more useful thing. Don't even care about this. Get out. And since we're back to being able to merge things, I'll just, when I get this down to whatever it is that would link up with that and become a whole one again, I'll just do it that way. Time, by the way, is 12 minutes. I have doubts that we're going to actually technically get this done. What I might be able to do is get enough of it done to illustrate what I'm talking about. Incidentally, give me that. And let's just find out if I can even do what because that's the wall. That's actually a free space. I don't want anything in here. This, however, I think if I put this here, does that work? Are you guys impressed that I put that? You're not close enough to be impressed by it. Alright, we'll get to that later. I don't know what the hell is going to happen. Maybe nothing. Anyway, that is going to be the wall, and I could put a barrel, again, you know, in the wall too. But I'll stick with that for now. Underneath, optimally, I would... Hi, how you doing? I'd replace the granite, I think it is, with glass, and probably replace up there with glass. That way, in theory, it's not going to be the case because I've got too much in here that I would have to move in order to make this a truly functional, but we'll see what we get. What I might... It's possible if the ceiling were low... I don't know. I'll figure it out. What matters is that being there, in theory, I would have a bed, head of the bed, foot of the bed. And then so head, foot, free space, which actually goes in 3. So like head, foot, space, 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 another bed, foot, head, and then another wall here, which is gonna, if it works, is gonna be where water goes. So keeping that in mind, let's just tear out whatever I can tear out. We'll just make a big space in here for these guys to exist. I think I'm going to need beds for them to care that this is all happening. Yeah, beds and workstations, minimally, they're going to be important. So I'll have to get back out of here at some point and get... I do have that spider spawner. It's a cave spider spawner, so going in there to get string... I can get string, but I also just tend to get damaged. I haven't within the constraints of the environment, I haven't come up with a way, or at least I haven't implemented a way to safely house spiders before killing them. So I really just go in, swat at them, get hurt, back away, eat food, and it's slow and it's awkward, and I'd rather just have a sheep spawner somewhere, but I don't. I'd have to get a sheep egg, and then I could just repurpose that damn spider spawner, because it doesn't have to be spiders, I don't care. I can make a I could make a spider farm without a spawner. They're slower, but it is possible. So we can look into that sometime. For now, I've got the spawner I don't like very much. That at my first, convenience, once I have a sheep egg, assuming I get one. I was looking at the. I gotta copy it or something. I get a screenshot of it. The description of this map at the there's a link in the description. Have a look. Mentioned something about. I think what it was saying is you never know what people are really. There's what people write and then there's what they mean, and they really link up. I think there's supposed to be fortresses in the Nether, and they've got little loot boxes. And I think I'm likely to find like a sheep egg in one, if I don't find it in a barrel or something. I'm not sure how many barrels there are going to be. There might only be a total of 3. There might be a third spawner I haven't found yet, with a barrel next to it somewhere. It might not even be on the map yet. Or I may have broken something so I won't get it. I don't know. We'll find out. One way or the other, worst case, I should be able to develop something somewhere that allows sheep to just spawn. Like a grassy area that's protected enough that it works out. And we'll get sheep to happen. The problem with spawning sheep naturally is then I have to feed them and get a population of them. Well, actually, no, it doesn't matter that much. If I just have sheep, I can use shears. I don't have to kill them for anything. So that's actually not that difficult. But it is the thing I have to consider. I've killed all the sheep I've seen to date, is the problem, because I didn't have shears and they didn't have any way to eat grass and regrow their furs. So that was maybe a little stupid, but it's how it worked out, and now I have a bed, so it's helpful for that point. But anyway, yeah, so I've got these two are mostly all beds. And what I'm doing now is hacking out the kind of free communal area in the middle. So, which is 6 rows of stuff if you count both levels. So that's a thing. Arguably, I should be doing this the other way. Like, I should get the granite before I get the andesite, because technically a zombie kid could spawn on the granite, and that might be a little bad. So, next pass I'll start doing that. For now, I just want to get rid of the spawning surface. And hope that doesn't happen, because, well, I do have like 3 villagers in here, so technically 1 is expendable. But after that, I gotta figure out a way to... If I lose 2 of them, I have to get 1 back somehow, and I'm not sure how readily available I don't know. I don't know what the command block, parameters would be. I have no idea what this map is doing behind the scenes. So I'm thinking the best thing to do is just try to keep these idiots alive and not have to worry too much about it. Yeah, so common area. Okay, around the corner. I think we're safe from zombie kids, assuming one hasn't happened. I mean, it's possible there's one that's 35 meters away from me and I'm not aware of it and it's out killing my dudes, but assuming that's not what happens. That bird is still in here because of course it is. I could also just get both of these at once. I mean, it's not like it's impossible. It's just, it seems slower to do it this way because you have to actually line up both levels. I guess it's not that bad. This pickaxe is decent enough, so. So this is the middle row of the common area, right? It must be because, I don't know what worked it. Bed, common. So, 1 more and then we get back to doing beds, and beyond that's the walls, so we kind of stop digging a bit for now and then we figure it out from another angle sometime. like 200 beds in here. Because really my best option right now is killing spiders that are killing me right back, and that doesn't work for me very well. And that's what has to happen. I mean, arguably it's okay if the village isn't entirely full of villagers. I could just have a few dozen. Well, a few dozen becomes 200, and that's what I'm thinking I could have, but a couple dozen at least with different jobs. Assuming I can get them to do jobs. I mean, I don't know why that librarian's being such a twat. It's not a librarian, that's my problem. I need it to be a librarian. And then I need more librarian. Well, first of all, I need a librarian. I need to have one. And the more I think about it, the more I think what I really need out of it isn't, well, mending would be awesome, but the odds against it are, pretty high. What I really could use is a librarian, if it was just one, that wanted paper and had bookshelves. That would solve all my problems. Because then I turn in, well, if I can get paper happening faster, I turn in paper for money. Use money like 6 emeralds at a time gets me, I think it's 6 gets me 3 bookshelves. 3 bookshelves essentially equate to 3 podiums, and we get more librarians in theory that have more stuff, and that's how we do it. I don't know why I don't have a librarian yet, so yeah, there's all 3 of them. One's still that fisherman guy. And the other 2 are just bums, and I don't know why the hell they're bums. I suspect, well, at one point one of these was a fisherman. So, I mean, whatever that says. This should be the final common area strip, I think. It doesn't matter that there's a ceiling. In fact, in a way, it's helpful. And the more I think about it, if they produce iron guys outside of this place, that's great, because they'll fight ravagers and slimes and whatever for me until they get killed, and maybe I'll be in the position to go get the iron from them. It doesn't really matter. It's just if I can get them to spawn where I want them, I can also... Well, I don't know how the hell I would kill them is the other problem. Oh, no, I can do it. I just realized that. I have a ceiling, so I can do it. I was thinking a cactus would work, because you can do that without too much trouble. But with a ceiling in place, I can just put lava in the ceiling and signs beneath it, and it'll all work out. And there's a ceiling kind of growing above me as we do this, because there's stuff falling out of the sky and making that happen. Does occasionally give me things that aren't great, like sand and gravel can fall down. Ice can melt into water, which is really something of a trick if you're, relying on torches or anything, or lava for that matter. But, maybe it'll work out. By the way, give me these together. That's just about what I want out of that. Great. Yeah, this is going to at least use up this pickaxe. I'm going to have to make yet another one. But if it works out, I'll be able to buy the damn thing at some point. I just got to get an economy going where I have something that they want, that they give me money. An economy, I mean, that's kind of the definition. I have stuff, they pay for it, I get money, I use the money to buy stuff back from them, everyone's happy. More or less. Someone out there will complain about capitalism, but that's not part of the game. As such. Where are we on time now? 24. Yeah, we're not going to get done, but I might be able to get the, where the beds would go if I had them handy. Where the wall is, stuff like that. Okay, so that's bed. Hang on, let me get over here. Bed is the 2 on the outside. Common area is the 3 in the middle. Which means there's a bed to that point. Common, bed, foot of the bed, head of the bed, just to wrap that up. I'm just putting torches down so I see where I am. It's easy enough to count those without having F3 on and trying to figure out where I'm supposed to be. So, and I'm littering the bedrock floor with blocks I really never wanted for any reason. Just hoping this all... Well, A, I'm hoping it works out. B, if it doesn't work out, I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to handle it. I have a weird suspicion that, I mean, I'm putting torches on the ground, so it might not be that bad. But it's possible that for some reason down under the established floor, which is the ceiling in fact, entity stuff doesn't work. Because I tried something and it didn't work. And I don't know if it's going to be a long-term problem. If it is, what I guess I can ultimately do is go up, build the whole thing out of like glass, which is going to take like 19 stacks of glass, I think, something like that. 20, call it 20, is a fair estimate. Ish. I would need that. I would basically need to replace that level with glass, everywhere that's iron guys aren't supposed to spawn. And if I get that to work, then I could just raise the village up by 3 meters and we'd be fine. Probably. Again, there's so much. The way a village works now is laterally you've got 16 blocks of concern, because a solid block, an iron guy can spawn outside the village on a solid block for 16, I think it's 16. Inside or really just anywhere, within, if the village is, I don't know, 36 meters wide, something like that, then plus 16 on each side is, what, 60, no, like almost 70. I'm trying to think if it's 36 or 34 that I'm actually doing, so if it's 36 plus 16 is 40, no it's not. What the hell, 36, 46, 52, plus 16 is 68. And then, bedrock notwithstanding, iron guys can spawn like 4 meters down and 2 meters up, something like that. So it's a pretty big area to make sure remains clear. Not only is cleared out, but then it's protected from falling rocks to the extent that nothing can fall within the zone and allow the thing to spawn on it. And that's a lot of work. I mean, it's not even that it's a lot of work, it's just a lot of time, it's a lot of material, a lot of pickaxes. It's more than that, because in cases it's hatchets and shovels and whatever else go through blocks that pickaxes don't like very much. So, yeah. Bed, common, bed, wall. Beyond which would arguably be where things spawn if I can make that work. If not, there's an egg. If not, then I don't know. I got that damn thing back, really? Oh, that was stupid. Okay. Give me this so I can get the hell out of this thing, and hopefully in a way that doesn't suck. They're actually distributed, but I mean they're not, it's not a problem. Am I going to lose it? I don't think the water will go all the way to the torches. Yeah, I should be alright. So, yeah, I've got all this junk. No, you can mix these into things, right? Yeah, I don't want to, but you don't cook them or anything is the point. How is our... Okay, so he's laid his own. We're building up eggs, that's great. We'll get a chicken eater sometime. Are you guys able to get out here? Oh, you are. You really are. Okay. I don't need them wandering into the whole thing. Time is, what, 20... Yeah, I've got 13, 12 seconds. Well, alright, so where the hell did I leave the village? We have that established as a thing. Wait a minute, I'm confused about something. What in hell? Okay, wait. Bed, common, bed. So the problem actually is here. This is not supposed to be. This is supposed to be a wall, and of course, with that guy standing there, it's going to be not a wall. But, oh, what the hell ever. I'll get it fixed. For now, I'll get out of here because I'm out of time. And I'll get this developed a bit more and see if I can get villagers to have jobs or start breeding or something. Get beds for them, maybe. I'll just see you next time. So, bye.